Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear it. So, make sure all that's set up and recording. Cool. Okay, first of all, of course, thank you for coming back, both on Boktai and for the interview. I appreciate that very much.
Sure.
Um, so I guess as far as questions, I'll start from the top. What brought you to Japan? If I'm understanding correctly, you were started it. Well, I'll let you go and tell the story.
I've been living in Japan since 1986. Um, Graduated university with a degree in film, and I wanted to make movies, documentaries about different cultures and things. But I really didn't know anything about life. I just grown up in California. I never really traveled or anything. So I decided to spend 10 years traveling around the world, just working and traveling, just kind of, having an adventure. And the first country I came to was Japan. And it was the bubble economy at the time. The yen was strong. And so I thought I'll work 2 years and save some money, and then I can go to like, China and Thailand and places like that. I wouldn't have to work. And but after 2 years, I was having a lot of fun, and it was very expensive. It was the most expensive city in the world at the time. I didn't really save anything, so I stayed an extra 2 years. And in that second set of 2 years, I started doing voice work. And then I liked it. I had a girlfriend, and I had an apartment, and then it was feeling very comfortable. And I had a new kind of challenging career, so to speak. So I decided to stay indefinitely, and instead of changing my life, I just changed my plan, and been here ever since.
Ah, I see, I see. And then I guess from there, what got you into voice acting?
Just by chance, two things. One is I was teaching high school, and then one of the high school teachers introduced me to NHK. He thought I would be good on teaching English on TV and radio and stuff. So I did that. So that got me kind of into that media a little bit. Then a guy I knew at a local bar that we used to both go to the same bar. I was in there one time, and he was in there at the same time. So we were sitting next to each other having a drink. He was from only other foreigner in the bar, and he was from Canada. And he had been a voice actor and announcer and narrator and thing for years in Japan. And he went out to call his wife, who was his manager, and he said, "Hey, I just got offered a TV commercial on Tuesday, but I'm scheduled to do this educational recording. Can you cover for me?" And I said, "I don't know, can I? Is what I've never done it before." And he said, "No, you're smart. It's easy. You can do it." So I said, "Okay, I'll figure it out." And so I did it, and it was an educational recording for kids, like A, apple, B, banana, kind of thing. And I did it. I liked it, and the studio liked me, and the client liked me, and he said, "You saved my butt, so I'm going to give you that contract. It's 2 hours a month," and it paid a lot better than teaching. And so I just kind of got into it that way. And then that one studio would throw me gigs sometimes, and I realized there are actually like agents for this, and you can actually make a demo, and so I kind of, there was no internet or anything at the time. So I slowly just, learned by word of mouth and just asking around. And then as my voice acting picked up, I started cutting the teaching. And then before I knew it, I was a voice actor.
So from there, one thing you mentioned in our email, which really only makes sense in hindsight, but I'd never considered it until you said it. You mentioned your friend from the other. Most of the the other voice actor from Boktai that you work with a lot, and other properties. Well, going through all of y'all's catalog, y'all do work together a lot. Do you remember your first time working with or meeting the crew?
Well, we don't really record with each other. We record separately. So
Yeah.
even on the video games and things, we rarely are in the studio with another voice actor. You go in and you do your lines for your character, and then they come in and do their lines for their character. And we end up passing each other in studios. Or if there's like an educational recording, which would have more like dialogues and things, we're actually in the studio together at the same time. So although a lot of the voice actors have been the same people I've worked with for over 30 years, and we're friends, unless we actually hang out together in our free time, we don't really see each other.
Yeah. Which, I guess, do you remember your first time, like, really, I guess any stories you want to share from getting to know them, or, like, I guess your first time really meeting them, I suppose.
It would be over 30 years ago. I don't remember first times. And like I said, it's not a formal thing. We just happen to bump into each other at studios and things like that. But for the games, I would say the person I had the most lines with of any game would probably be Corey Marshall in Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2, especially Shenmue 2. But he was just part-time in Tokyo for those two games only, and then he's back in LA. So didn't really work with him that often. But our characters had a lot of scenes together. Even in Shenmue 2, Ryo and Ren were handcuffed together, running around. And so we did those scenes together. And that was a lot of fun. We even like put our arms out. He put his hand this way, I put my arm this way. And so we were running so we could feel like the strain of having our hands handcuffed together. And we had a lot of fun together. And we socialized as well because he didn't really know Japan. So I kind of showed him around. We had a good time.
Moving forward a bit, you did mention in your email that you don't remember Boktai particularly well, which understandable. With very little voice act. If I had to guess, you could have spent maybe 30 minutes in a booth 20 years ago. So that's understandable.
Most are done in an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, but you did do some other work with Konami in that around that time frame. Do you, by chance, remember anything from that?
I don't know who I'm working for a lot of the time. So if you say it was a Konami game, I'll just say, okay. I don't know. I don't play them.
Yeah,
they don't
that's
tell
fair.
us who they're for. I would say 20%, probably 20% of the games I've done, I have no idea I've done them. They don't tell us the title of the game. It's all top secret.
Yeah.
They don't put us even in the credits or anything like that. So I would say 20% of the games I've done are not on my IMDb page or anything. I have no idea what they are, and they don't tell us.
Yeah.
We're just the voice talent.
Yeah.
We're not important.
Well, for what it's worth, you at least do get credited, at least in the last 20 years. I can't speak on earlier stuff,
Yeah, but I would say probably 20% of the games I've done, I'm not credited in.
Yeah, I believe it, unfortunately.
I don't know what they are. You got a cold or something there?
I've been recovering just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, winter time, Well, the only real last question I had is kind of more of an open canvas. Is there anything you're working on now or you have worked on that you would like to share, that you would like other people to check out, that something to support you for fans?
Let's see. I recently did a small part in the Attack on Titans.
Hmm.
It's a virtual reality kind of game that's coming out next year.
Ah.
And I played one of the soldiers who is like guiding the characters around. And I'm just working on, just finished for this first season, Japanese animation called Runes, and I play the father, and that was really fun. A very, very kind of Japanese, cute kind of thing. Um, Looking forward to seeing what happens. The IN recently purchased the rights for Shenmue 3, and they're going to be releasing that hopefully on different formats and things. And there's been talk of them putting my voice into the Shenmue 3. I was in Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then they recast in Shenmue 3 because they wanted to shoot everything in LA. And I don't think the production company really understood the game very well, or the players of the game. And so they recast my characters, especially Ren, had a lot of lines. And people didn't feel comfortable with that, because you get used to playing one character with the same kind of voice.
Yeah.
And they recast a different voice, it just doesn't feel right, even though he did a very good job. So I worked with some people with Shenmue Dojo, and we redid the game with my voice in there as a mod. And I just recorded that at home. It took a long time, and they edited it in perfectly. And it sounds great. It sounds like it was just done in the studio at the time. So it really turned out good. And so hopefully there's been talk of people pushing to have it done that when they re-release Shenmue 3, they want it with my voice this time. Because it's already been done, it's already in. So it'd be very easy for them to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works, because that would be fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing particularly new coming up. I'm thinking next year I might do some Cameo videos just for fun for people who want a happy birthday to somebody or
Yeah.
something like that. So that might be just a fun side project. So I might be doing that next year.
All right. Um, yeah. I did tell you to be short. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much more prepared.
Okay.
So I hope you have a wonderful day at this point, realizing the time conversion. Not night for you.
Yeah, it's about noon here in Tokyo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
And
Once
I'm off.
again, I
Yeah,
appreciate
you too.
everything from you, and if I ever need any other voice work, however unlikely, I'll be reaching out. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, you let me know. Been a pleasure to you too. And take care of your cold.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, Andrew. Take care, buddy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.